Welcome to 12 Days of Creativity, a music production challenge that helps you finish more music and gets you creating. I'll guide you through crafting a full track in 12 videos, blending technical insights with confidence-boosting tips. More info and how to enter, check out the link below. One person will also have a chance to win an amazing gift bundle. Everybody who finishes the challenge will also get some amazing production-related treats, and whoever is the most active sharing their process in social media will get a surprise gift. Big thank you also to the sponsors of this series. Now let's get creating. Hey, day 4! So today we're going to have a workflow inside of a workflow. First, we're going to talk about space. So I'm going to use this workflow of adding effects to this cracked piano. It's really nice and smooth. The space can be created in many different ways. The most important ones is obviously reverb, but also delay. With delay, you can create a lot of stereo with. With reverb, you can almost like take the instrument and take it backwards. Let's try first reverb. On the return tracks, I already have a reverb. In Ableton Live, you can use the basic reverb. Don't worry about plugins and stuff if you don't have this. I personally like using Crystalline from Baby Audio. There is a control called Ducker here. It makes the sound a little bit less wet. So every time the actual dry signal is playing, it means that the reverb is more around the sound instead of on it. See what that means. Let's put that in 0 now, so it's not ducking at all. And I'm just gonna go and add, for the cracked piano, I'm going to add A, which is A crystalline. I'm going to put that on a lot of it. Okay. Now we took the sound very much on the background. It sounds very spacey. But let's put the ducker on and let's add some of that. Now you can hear the dry sound, but you can hear also the reverb around it. I can hear the essence of the sound, so I can hear the crackling. I'm not like covering the sound with reverb, but I am using the reverb just to add a little bit space into it. Then talking about delay, on the delay return track, we have B, and we have here a normal Ableton Live delay. And if I put a ping pong delay, we can now add some of the stereo width into it. So if I put ping pong, it will mean that the delay will go left ear, right ear, left ear, right ear. And it's really cool. So let's add some of that into it. You can hear now that it's on left ear and right ear. It adds different kind of space, but it also adds a lot more rhythm into it. Your decision to decide what kind of space do you want. Do you want the rhythmic space, or do you want the more like you want to push it somewhere far away into this cosmic universe type of space? For this one, I might actually combine them a little bit. Next thing we can add is color. So color is something that creates extra frequencies into the sound. That can be an amp, erosion, any kind of distortion, any kind of signal shaping tools like saturator. It can add so much into it. Erosion is great. Let's add erosion and just see what we can do with that. We can add noise, white noise or sine wave into it. So let's just try with sine wave first, and we can just grab the ball here as well and just move it around. So this is very high frequency now. This is about mid now. It adds almost like a bell's resonance to it. And then we have low frequency. The white noise. Or we have just noise. I personally really enjoyed the sine here. So somewhere here, this area. Just adding that almost like a synthesized bell sound. So I recommend having a look at different ways of adding color, like this. That's really cool actually as well. 3 is shape modulation. So we can go here, and there's a couple envelope followers. We have an envelope follower as an audio effect, but we also have it in MIDI effect. So I personally prefer the MIDI one. So this is an Max for Live device, so you need to have Ableton Suite for this. Otherwise, there is some out there, plugins and stuff that do the same thing if you don't have Ableton Suite and you want to try it out. With this envelope, we can control other things in the instrument or example the effects. So I click the map and I go here to frequency and I'm clicking it there. This envelope, so amount, attack, decay, sustain and release, I can control the frequency of the erosion. You can hear it there. If I put the amount more, we can hear it better. We can also go to here, this list, and we can add some other stuff. So example, an auto filter, and I can add one of these other maps into the frequency control of the auto filter. It's very cool. The 4th is adding some sidechain, but not the ducking effect. Remember this one that I did, my mother counting one? That I was alright with it, but it was a bit boring. So it's kind of cool, but let's see what else I can do with it. So there is other effects. So if you go through your audio effects and you start going through them, you see that actually quite a lot of them have a sidechaining option. So one example of that is spectral resonator. So let's put spectral resonator into this. I'm taking the reverb and the compact gate away for now. What we have here is mode. So this mode allows us to sidechain actual audio from somewhere else into this effect. So example, we can add MIDI and input and put the cracked piano that we just had. Let's put that in. And instead of mono, we want to have it a polyphonic. Oh yes, please. Cracked piano into the vocals. Sounds so freaking good. And then let's add some of the effects like hyper reverb and then the compact gate. And we have again the ducking effect. I'm going to put the ducking effect quite high up, which means that we are again having the delay just around the vocals, not kind of dumping them into it. Freaking amazing. Let's listen with the chords and everything. When I talk about trusting the process, this is what I mean. I was not very happy at this point with how they sounded. But then with time, when you are just kind of trusting the process and you are adding effects, you're molding, you're asking yourself, what can I do to make it sound better? So you're not focusing on, shit, this sounds bad. I'm not talented enough. I'm not good enough. I don't have skills enough. I don't have enough plugins. Instead of focusing on those, constantly like blaming something or someone, like usually ourselves, you focus on the things that you already have, the plugins that you already have, the devices that you already have, the knowledge that you already have. And you ask yourself, how can I utilize those devices and that knowledge that I have to make it sound better? Then it's just problem solving. It's just problem solving and solving a puzzle. The puzzle is you have a sound that has potential and you recognize it. It sounds kind of cool, but I'm not sure why it doesn't sound great. You start solving it. And sometimes solving it can take time and patience. But the one thing you cannot do is stop trusting yourself and trusting the process. Because the fact is that you will make it sound great. And I was like, okay, I didn't love it, So what? I put a spectral resonator and now I freaking love it so much. So remember the samples that I created in day 4 where I was like, I don't know if they will find their place. Well, I wanted to see how those samples sound now with the spectral resonator. Oh, freaking yes. That sounds so good. I didn't blame myself like, oh no, this track is now shit because I couldn't make them work at that moment. Maybe at that moment, but in the future, trust future you. You can solve it out. It'll be fine. Just enjoy the process. Trust the process. Enjoy it.